Angelika's German language tuition and translation, Ask Angelika, YouTube, and that's it today. That's where we're going today, and the website. And we're just waiting for everything to connect properly, and then we can push the button and go live. If you're joining us today, thank you. This is going to be an interesting, entertaining, and as always, fun German language lesson with Angelika and me. Have you got your cup of tea?
Yeah, I've got my cup of tea. I'm just thinking, it's the fun for me. It's not always fun for you, though, is it?
Well, it depends. It depends on the tongue twister today. Okay, so we move the card and say hello. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Steven.
And that's how it should be. If I go here, that's not working. Okay, so here we are again. And welcome to the show. Okay, and this is Ask Angelika, and it's going to scroll, hopefully. Oh, no, it's not. Ask Angelika, German language tuition, idioms and tongue twisters are season 4, episode 18. Angelika, would you like to explain what we're doing?
Yes, well, we've got as far as the letter R. If anybody wants to check out all the other letters, so we've done idioms and tongue twisters, or just one tongue twister, all the way from A to Q last time. That was our last one. And so now it's the letter R. And I have found 5 idioms which have got one important word, so either a noun or an adjective or whatever, with the letter R. And I found a nice idiom as well, a tongue twister as well, which I think it's fairly easy. But Stephen, yeah, you may say otherwise.
Well, we'll find out. And we're going to go side by side and say hello to Roland. Fun. It is, yes.
Absolutely.
And we say hello to Chris in Belgium. Roland's in Wiltshire. Chris is in Belgium. Hello for Belgium, Stephen and Angelika.
Hello, Chris.
So we're here again. Yeah.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. Right, raring to go, I think. Right, okay.
Well,
the way it works,
I may be raring to go. I'm not sure about you.
Okay. Angelika has put together the phrases. I'll read them in German. Angelika will correct my pronunciation. Then we'll do a literal translation, and then we'll get the English equivalent to the idiom. So let's make a start as we're raring to go. Okay. I just gave myself a second to actually sort of read it first, because I don't see these before. So, die Radischen von unten betrachten.
Yeah, pronunciation for Radieschen.
Radieschen.
So this is one of those words where, when we're talking about something little, we often add the ending chen. And radies just happens to end with an S, so it looks like as if it was a sh sound, but it isn't. So it's Radieschen, die Radieschen von unten betrachten. Right,
so whatever they are little. Chris and Roland, I don't know what your pronunciation of Radieschen was. Radieschen. Okay, we'll get it right in the end. Okay, so von unten is underneath. Okay. I'm going to guess, a wild guess here, that Radieschen are radishes.
Yep.
And they are little radishes.
Well, they're radishes, but because there are little pieces of food. Okay. So they don't get translated as little. The complete word is Radieschen, and Radieschen are radishes.
Okay, so the literal translation is the radishes betrachten. Was bedeutet betrachten?
To view, to look at.
To look at radishes from under. To look underneath the radishes.
No, from below.
From below, okay. And we're helped by Roland is saying radishes are under the beetroot. There's no beetroot in there, Roland.
No, there isn't.
There were just radishes.
I don't think they would grow then. I think if the radishes were below the beetroot would take over.
It would. And we got some beetroot for this today, didn't we?
Mm.
There we go. There's coincidence for you. You must have been led by the sentences we're doing. To view the radishes from below. Now, as we know, these sentences don't always translate well, and therefore we need to know what the English equivalent is. And the English equivalent is, we would say in England, as we are, pushing up the daisies. Oh, so in other words, if you're looking up at the beetroot,
the radishes.
Radishes. Sorry, thank you, Roland. If you're looking up at the radishes, then you actually do be taught.
Yeah. You're buried in the ground, and when you're buried in English, we're talking, he's pushing up the daisies, or she's pushing up the daisies.
No.
And in German, we just say, well, we're looking at the radishes from below. Both make sense. Both idioms, I can see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Just use different. Well, we used radishes, and you're using daisies.
Indeed. Right. Phrase 2. Reinen Wein einschenken.
Almost a tongue twister, isn't it? But you're absolutely right. Yeah, reinen Wein einschenken.
Right. So I'm going to make a mock of this. Wine from the Rhine. I honestly don't know what einschenken is.
Right. Einschenken is to pour. As in to pour into a cup, or because we're talking about wine, to pour into a glass. But it's not wine from the Rhine.
Okay. I'm going to cheat here. Pure.
Rein. The adjective rein means pure.
Okay, so I'm going to ask here. Literal translation is to, if I get on screen, is this, which is, and Chris has made a comment I'll come to in a second, to pour pure wine. Now, did you research this? What's the difference between wine and pure wine?
Pure wine is wine that, well, is usually expensive wine that hasn't been, when I say tampered with, that's not the right word either. It hasn't got any sediments in there or any extras in there. Originally, people used to talk about klarer wine, so clear wine, but reiner wine just rhymes a bit better. But when do you need to pour pure wine?
Right, okay. Fair enough. Just catching up with the comments. Roland is saying, look away now, Stephen. Next, we're having a commercial break for funeral plans. Well, yeah, I sometimes wonder, basically, whether all idioms are actually downbeat. And Chris is saying, to be clear, which was the explanation. Thank you, Chris.
That's the for the to pour pure wine. Chris is pretty close there. Well, it's to be clear with somebody. Yeah, you have to be straight with them.
Be straight with them.
Yeah, okay. You'll have to be straight with them. So instead of giving them some wine that's not quite pure, if you think about, I know that was beer when we spoke about the purity law yesterday.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, and we're speaking about German beer, which is pure because it's only got those 4 ingredients, whereas other beers have got lots more extras. It's sort of a similar thing there.
And the 4 ingredients of German beer are barley, water. I thought I'd get the first 2 in. And you got to 3 and 4. Okay, we'll go.
Hops and wheat. Yeast, sorry, not wheat. Yeast.
Yeast.
It's wheat, water, hops, and yeast.
Okay. And over to Roland is saying crystal clear. Excellent. And unadulterated truth. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You want to be straight with somebody and tell them the whole truth, and which means you may have to admit a couple of little white lies that you may have said beforehand. Okay. But not us, of course.
No. Right, phrase 3 then.
This one is easy.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Rom wurde nicht an einem Tag erbaut.
Ja, Rom wurde nicht an einem Tag erbaut.
Right.
And the literal translation and the English sentence are identical.
So would not for a single day. Right. Rom is German for Rome.
Yeah.
Okay, and about is Rome was not built in a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so the literal translation of phrase 3 is Rome wasn't built in a day. And the translation is Rome wasn't built in a day. So if anybody asks you and you have to explain that you can't do it quickly, then all you have to do is say Rom wurde nicht an einem Tag erbaut.
Yeah.
And that's it covered. Okay.
You should do that as a tagline for learning German. If people, because sometimes people think they can just pick it up just like that, you know, and they learn German really quickly. And no, Rom wurde nicht an einem Tag erbaut.
Okay, over to Chris. And Rome wasn't built in one day.
Yeah.
Correct, Chris.
Yeah.
Spot on. And be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. All correct. Okay, let's move on to phrase number 4. Okay, eine ruhige Kugel schieben.
Ja, eine ruhige Kugel schieben.
Right, okay. Now, if you'd ever watched the first series of Ask Angelika, you would have known that I have come a long way since those days, and I do know how to pronounce most things. Not all things, though. I can pronounce things, but it's the meaning of the words that's a problem.
Yeah.
Which means, by way of explanation, I'm going to issue the immortal phrase, I haven't got a clue. Apart from one true.
Well, do you want to have a look at the literal translation?
Well, no wonder I don't have a clue. Okay, let's have a literal translation then together, and no guesses. So let's have to push a calm ball.
Doesn't make any sense whatsoever, does it?
Not at all.
No. Now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Kugel is a ball, but actually in this case, it's a Skittles ball. And if you want to do well in Skittles, you're going to, so ruhig is calm, and schieben is the pushing bit, is when you're pushing your Skittles ball and you're doing it slowly and with thought, because you want to get all 9 rather than just 1 or none. So if you just throw the ball and it probably goes on the side and doesn't hit anything, but you want to do really well. So that's the Skittle term when you're doing this. But what's the real life meaning for that?
Okay. And the real life meaning is to push a calm ball. Translates, the English version is to have a cushy number, not work too hard. Okay. Right, well, that we understand. Okay.
So if you have a job which is fairly easygoing and you can just sit there and take your time doing it, and that that is as if you were just throwing a Skittles ball calmly.
Okay, and Skittles is a game widely played in Wiltshire. Okay, phrase 5. Mir raucht der Kopf.
Yeah, you may want to say that at the end of Ask Angelika, especially once you've done the tongue twister as well. But you're absolutely correct. Mir raucht der Kopf.
My head is smoking. Okay, which is the literal translation as well. My head is smoking, and our equivalent in England is my brain is in overdrive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always have this image in front of me of these cartoon characters where somebody is really annoyed and you've got lots of squiggles sort of coming out of the picture because their brain is just in overdrive and they've had enough.
The worst is when you go to sleep and your brain goes into overdrive and you can't get to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start thinking about random things. Okay, so that's the phrases. Now we come on to the best bit of the show, which I know that Chris and Roland and Angelika look forward to, and that is the tongue twister. Wait, I want it full screen. Just a minute. Just a second, we'll get there. I need to be able to read it. I don't want it scrolling.
That's it.
Okay. Right, you've got a minute to practice, or you've got a few seconds to practice, and then you can say it with me. And it's short this week, isn't it? Wenn Regelkern
Rumkugeln.
Right. Wenn Rumkugeln, Herumkugeln, Kugeln Ruku. Oh, I give in. Rukayen, Rumkugeln. But no, I've lost it. That's not for me. R is not my best letter at doing it.
Tell you what, have a glass of rum later on and then try it again. It might work better.
Rumkugeln, Herumkugeln. It's the Kugeln that I can't get. Kugeln on Rumkugeln. Yes. Okay, you got me with that one. I give in.
So,
okay.
wenn Rumkugeln, Rumkugeln herumkugeln, Kugeln Rumkugeln, Rumkugeln herum.
Right. I would take great pleasure in moving that off the screen and reading the English version, which will make no sense at all. When rumballs are spinning around rumballs, rumballs are spinning around rumballs. Okay, but you did say that you wouldn't use the other one, which I'm grateful for, because there is another one which is not appearing in this show.
No, but I can mention it. So if anybody wants to look for the video, which they can find easily on YouTube, there is a YouTube video. It's actually a story. So that's why we wouldn't be able to put it on here, because it would take us about 3 hours to work our way through. About a lady who's called Barbara, and she sells rhubarb, or rhubarb cake, which is rhabarber. And everybody calls her Rhabarber Barbara. And then it just carries on. And there's a lovely wordplay on nice long German compound nouns. So if you want to Google or on YouTube, check for Rhabarber Barbara. And I couldn't even read it. I tried it. I couldn't do it. So I thought Rumkugeln is a bit easier.
Okay.
And do you know what Rumkugeln are?
It says rumballs.
Yeah, they're those little chocolate balls that you can get for Christmas, which
are
rum flavored.
I feel better about it now then, because if it's chocolate, it's chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, let's remove that from screen. Now what happens now is we're going to go through the sentences again. Angelika will read the German perfectly. I will read the English. And we'll just do a reprise of the sentences that we've had today. So let's scroll back to the top and press 1.
Die Radieschen von unten betrachten.
Radieschen.
Radieschen, yeah.
Reminds me of Rhodesia. Radieschen. Okay, I don't know why. If I think of Rhodesia, I can actually say it properly. Okay, the literal translation is to view the radishes from below. And our saying in the UK is to pushing up daisies. Phrase 2.
Reinen Wein einschenken.
Literal translation is to pour pure wine. And our equivalent is to be straight with someone, or tell the truth. Unadulterated truth, as Roland said. Press 3.
Rom wurde nicht an einem Tag erbaut.
Rome was not built in a day. Or Rome was not built in a day. Okay, we've got that. Press 4.
Eine ruhige Kugel schieben.
Translation is to push a calm ball, as in Skittles, or for bowls, or
I guess it would work for bowling as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it work for crown green and for 9-pin, I would think. To have a cushy number, not to work too hard. Phrase 5.
Mir raucht der Kopf.
My head is smoking. Okay, which is also my head is in. My brain is in overdrive. Okay, and now Angelika can actually read this.
Wenn rumkugeln, rumkugeln, herumkugeln, Kugeln rumkugeln, rumkugeln, herum.
Brilliant. Perfect. And I'm going to do the translation. When rumballs are spinning around rumballs, rumballs are spinning around rumballs, which makes no sense at all, but it is that.
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, if they're spinning around each other, then they're spinning around each other. And it just happens to have lots of words with the letter R in it.
Right. Okay. Right. News of the week. Wir haben 4 neuen Hühner. Richtig?
4 neue Hühner, yeah.
No, I got it right. Yes, 4 neue Hühner. Und seit Sonntag, wir haben 22 Eier. Incredible, isn't it?
It is. 22 große Eier.
We are saying they are huge eggs.
Yeah.
Never seen eggs so big.
And those are
we've got
rescue hens,
which we picked up from the farm. Yeah, we drove across into Somerset, didn't we?
Without our passports.
Okay, Angelika, will you actually close today's broadcast?
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Especially thank you to Chris and Roland who commented as well. And if you haven't commented, thank you for watching anyway. So that was the letter R. And in 2 weeks' time, we will have the letter S. And I've already got some, I nearly said chicken eggs now because I just saw the comment. Already got some tongue twisters ready, but I haven't looked for the idioms yet. But yes, we're now looking forward to eating lots of eggs again because we actually had to buy some the last few months, which was really
that wasn't good. I mean, it's better when you can actually go to the bottom of the garden and just get the eggs. So we have 22 eggs to actually eat, which is good, really, because there's an omelette on the menu tonight.
Yeah, okay, that will give us strength for the next Ask Angelika then.
They will in 2 weeks' time. Yeah. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Take care, everybody, and we'll both see you again soon. Goodbye for now.